loves to go after his shots. 14 and 10 in doubles games played this season. For Naresh, he actually is from the Chicago area. Grew up in his basement playing table tennis with his family, and that is how he got himself enthralled with the sport.
Younger brother, Nandan, plays for Texas.
Wang overzealous on the forehand flip over the top of the table. They call him the Professor. That's his nickname. A swat that was off the court, but how far back was Koyo to hit that?
I was just going to mention, it's like Koyo at his best is up on the table. He's taking it off the bounce. Sometimes with Jinshin Wang's height, that can be challenging because both players are so big to hold the table. There are Sid's parents. Of course, they're going to be on hand here for a Chicago match, cheering on Sid, whose team, the Carolina Gold Rush, won championship in Season 2 in Philadelphia.
He was picked up in a trade, third ever trade in MLTT history. He was traded for Wang.
He said after that trade, it gave him a lot of confidence knowing that teams are willing to go with that high of a player as he left the defending champion Gold Rush.
Egregiously out there, but 5 games won already, these two over 2 days, Naresh and Kumar as a doubles pair. They're 5-1 this weekend.
That's a good half-long serve there by the Professor. Never want to let that serve go really deep, but if you can make that second bounce go close to the end line, can really disrupt. And look at the Professor on the floor returning that net ball, but Kumar quickly jumps on it. Good presence of mind to stay within the point, even off of the net return. That's the backhand that Portland depends on. Anytime Nikhil can serve it and Naresh comes in with that power backhand off the bounce, it's always going to go towards Portland.
Recalling something you said on Friday for Wang, in that he plays with a creativity in the variety of different shots. How can he use those, and how has he used those?
He's got to mix it up, because right now, and look at that one, that's taking Naresh's backhand off the bounce to the wide forehand. Nikhil Kumar is a lefty. That's the one area he's got to be protecting, because the Professor knows that lefties are weak wide to the forehand, and he'll look at that opportunity every time to hit the ball over there. And right now, Portland spraying some balls to bring the Revolution back into this game.
Sid Naresh, he's serving. He'll be playing in 3 singles. That match is following this one. 8-6 paddlers.
Nice, aggressive, deep serve. Sid's going to have to be a little closer to the table on those counterattacks. And Brian, when you ask, what do the Revolution need to do? Exactly this. Let Koyo get up to the table, put pressure on, let the Professor move the ball around, set up his partner.
Thrown off by the spin there.
Yeah, Nikhil tried to do a little bit of a reversal, jump over to the forehand side with his backhand and go deep, just got too much ball. And you can see he had what he wanted. Open serve doubles. Kumar can serve anywhere.
The Professor stepping across the table, getting to that Naresh ball and forcing an error.
Big difference when Professor is on the table versus so far back. But Portland, Naresh got the third ball attack with the backhand. It's just simply turning that wrist over. Naresh continues to play big on the backhand side.
There's Koyo, 4-2. Doubles games 1-4. 2 would be the doubles games lost for him this season.
Great down-the-line play by the Revolution. Koyo, even from the backcourt, was able to get this forehand, how deep it was, and you could see him mentioning to himself, that's exactly what I needed to do.
Game points. For the first time since one singles, we've got points on the board for the Revolution as they add on 5-2 the Paddlers.
No, Brian, I'm going to have to credit game 1 to Coach Matthias. Great advice, reminding Jinshin Wang, the professor, stay close to the table so he can supplement when Koyo makes those quick attacks off the bounce. If he's too far back, he's just going to be putting the ball on the table. He's not going to be sending anything towards Portland that they have to fear.
Along the lines of Coach Habasson, Matthias Habasson, I asked him what his messaging was going to be to the players coming into this weekend, as it's now 1-2. And he said that, yeah, it's a little cliche, but he said, I expect my players to give everything they have, no messing around, stern focus. And when Benedict Ola talks about Coach Matthias, he says he is calm, relaxed, no matter what juncture or what the game is looking like.
That's really the type of coach most players like to have, where he'll ask questions, he'll make sure he's clear with the communication, and he's really spot on watching tactics, strategies of the opponent.
Which is another topic that I asked him about, and we were all wondering, as the Revolution are making this weekend their season debut, the final team of the 10 teams in the league to have their season debut weekend, what it's like to go the first 3 weeks without playing. He said, it's not a bad thing because we see what everybody else is doing, but nobody knows how we play because we're not on tape. The thing is, they're still hunting into a Sunday, their first win of the season.
And missing 2 of their top players, so when you're short-handed and you have to go to the reserve pool to bring someone in, that puts you at a slight deficit. But right now, in the doubles, look at this. Good positional play there by Koyo on the backhand.
You mentioned it, the 2 draft picks not here for the Revolution. But there is a core to this team that the Revolution have, regardless of the missing of the 2 draft picks.
And again, Koyo doing an excellent job of staying close to the table, letting his teammate, the professor, kind of float around while he puts constant pressure, and that ball caught the edge as well.
Rushing up off the back of the ball and just nicking that baseline.
I'm telling you, Brian, that backhand serve by Sid Naresh has paid huge dividends. The number of times players have dumped that into the net. I mean, this is, you have to think,
one.
Yeah, after you've dumped like the 5th one, maybe somebody would lift it up a little bit more, but they're trying to keep it short and low, and they're not reading the amount of spin. It's not unusual for Sid to go for a medium spin than a heavier one on the next shot.
Not playing the same ball twice is the MO there. Wonderful cross court from Naresh after absorbing the down the line. Running to his left, slightly off balance and off the table goes Kumar, looking to link up with the corner off the forehand loop.
Kumar with a very strong serve, keeping it short and tight, not letting that ball come off the end of the table, forcing the professor to go weak on the return. Oh, Koyo with an inside-out forehand from the center of the table. This ball is tagged pretty strong.
He had pulled Naresh off the table. He was well wide and left that corner defenseless.
Once again, finding the open forehand. That's where lefties are always susceptible to having to cover a wide cutting across angle.
A pattern of play that is working well for the Revolution.
And then Sid Naresh forcing that backhand flip. And now 2 points down.
After Wang wins that service point, the Revolution could cut the deficit even more with game points, looking for their third win as a team.
But Naresh comes up big. He goes for the backhand serve. Koyo able to return it. Nikhil pushes it, and then Sid blisters a big forehand down the line.
Right past the defenses. Sliding and falling to the floor, Kumar. The Princeton Revolution closing the gap, elevating their play in doubles, eyeballing a sweep.
You see Kumar mixing up. First serve, wide out, this time down the line, giving partner Sid a chance to get his forehand into play.
Sid Naresh is 9th currently in the power rankings. Wang misses the table off the backhand side.
And right now for Portland, it's just fight every single point. They're not doing anything special. They're just keeping the intensity, keeping the focus, reducing any potential errors. As Nikhil hits one off the top of the net.
The first team in the league to get to 6 wins overall would be the Portland Paddlers. They're 6-2 on the year. This is their 3rd week of 4 weeks playing, so they definitely have more matches under their belt than other teams.
Excellent play by Naresh. Judging the height of the ball, you see him getting really low on this final forehand, but really being the one player who puts the most pressure on from the paddler corner.
This little innocuous little forehand touch that didn't give Naresh Kumar anything back, and that sometimes is a hard one to return.
And you could see Nikhil's display after missing that backhand opening. A great backhand block by Naresh. Kumar opened up the point with the quick forehand flip. Sid Naresh just stayed there on home base. Quality block. So we'll go to the order that was played in game 2, which I would say, considering it's 11-9, 11-9, slightly favored the Revolution. So Portland's going to have to up their game. Koyo probably going to play some balls out to the forehand, but right now it's Sid Naresh that's dictating the action.
Plenty of time to load up with a big forehand punch. Short game, causing some chaos on the Revolution side. You see what's coming up next. Santalon and Naresh, so they'll go from doubles to singles.
3-7.
What was he trying to do there for Kumar?
Yeah, just trying to get into the rally with a nice deep return off of his forehand flip. Needs to put A little bit more topspin on that ball to bring it down. And now Kumar with 2 errant shots. First the miss on the forehand flip. Now this serve return that just pops way up. Professor's going to have no problem finishing this point. See, as he loads up, he can go in either direction, chooses to go heavy side spin out to the forehand.
Well wide. He found one impressive angle. 7 serving 5.
7-5.
Big break for the paddlers. Professor had the ball on his paddle after they got the huge advantage positionally and just missed it.
The thing with Wang is that he's going to go aggressive. It's like he's got one level with returning. It's all out every time. He's always trying to do something with that first ball.
Yeah, and he's overplaying, unfortunately. He's got to let his partner, Mr. Koyo, play some of those backhands off the bounce. I mean, doubles is a 2-player team event. If you find that your partner's not hitting many balls, that's not a good sign. Wow. I was just going to say Sid has delivered that serve so effectively. It was high, but Koyo ends up missing it.
The loose error, game points for the paddlers. One of them rescinded off a big forehand windup that is dumped into the net. We've seen Naresh from that corner look at big windups. Most of them have found the cross-court corner. Rekindling their play after dropping the first 2 games. Kumar and Naresh win their 6th game together in doubles this weekend. The paddlers push back in front 6-3 as Naresh and Kumar salvage a game. Naresh, a quick break because coming up next, he'll be out there for singles.